Mike Beer in New York, the second of two graded stakes races that are part of that late pick 4 at Gulfstream Park on Saturday is race number 10. It's the Palm Beach Stakes, grade 3, 1 mile and 1/8 on the turf course for 3-year-olds. A field of 12 in here, and just, I think, a wide open betting race. Let's take a look at the field here. You see a field of 12 up here. There are several different ways to go. The morning line favorite is down on the rail and storming into Chad Brown, Javier Castellano, a horse who has, you know, plenty of speed, and you sort of feel like when you look at this race on paper, the one thing, it's not lacking in talent, that's for sure, but it is lacking in a little bit of pace, and maybe Storming Inti is going to be able to take advantage of that. He took advantage of it last time when he won the Kitten's Joy Stakes down here. He had an inside post that day. He got to the lead that day. He controlled the pace all the way around. He took on a very strong challenge, I thought, from a pretty good horse in We Miss Artie, who wound up settling for second best. And Storming Inti, after being headed and passed in the stretch, he was able to hang in there, fought back, prevailed at the end. He had a lot of things go his way that day, and he's a pretty good horse in his own right anyway, but he had a lot of things go his way that day. And so I wanted to really be against him in this race, but the more you look at it, there's not that much pace on paper in here, and maybe he just gets that same kind of trip and he takes advantage of it. He's the morning line favorite. He can win. If he does go off the favorite, I'll try and beat him because I just think there are too many other talented horses in this race. Let's take a look at one of his main competitors, I think, in this race. That's the number 2, Patent, who goes out for Kieran McLaughlin and Darley Stable, a really well-bred son of AP Indy. Kieran McLaughlin is going to add Lasix for the very first time for Patent, and you can just see from the formulator stat we're putting on the screen right now, this is a move that's been money for this trainer for the last couple of years. Over the past 2 years, for Kieran's horses, first-time Lasix on the grass, 12 for 34, 35% strike rate, and the ROI, $5.27 for every 2 that you bet. I mean, this move has been working for the past couple of years, and you know what? Patton's one of those horses, he doesn't need to improve that much to be right there in this field, and if that Lasix moves him up a little bit, this horse could be very, very tough. I liked his debut down at Saratoga the first time they got him on turf. I liked him when he was second best to Mr. Speaker. I thought he ran very well at Belmont back on October 14th. I thought he ran very well when he broke his maiden from a tough post at Aqueduct at the end of last year. And he ran well last time as well when he was, you know, just in a slow-paced race from off of it, and he made a very late run in there, but I thought he finished very well. This is a talented horse, and he has upset potential. And I don't know if you'll get the 8-1 on him on the morning line, but there are a lot of ways to go in here, and he may be a very square price in this race. As far as some of the other competitors go, I think in a lot of ways that the horse that they're all going to have to beat in here is the number 10, Mr. Speaker. He's a Shug McGahee Phipps horse who he's also going to add Lasix for the first time in here, and he's just a horse who's run very well in his last 2 turf starts. Now, he was so good in his last 2 turf starts that they decided to take a shot with him and run him on the dirt in the Holy Bull Stakes and to see, maybe they had a Derby horse on their hands, I'm sure they thought. As it turns out, they do not, and he didn't run well on the dirt, but they come back to turf here, and there's just really no knocking what he did in either of his last 2 turf starts. He won that race at Belmont back in the middle of October, a day where he just got right to the front. It was a good ride. They put him right on the lead. He was able to get control, and then he drove clear through the stretch. It was a good effort for him, though, and then they brought him down for the Dania Beach, a grade 3 race over this track 2 starts ago. And he ran very well. He was way towards the back that day, but he made a very sharp middle move into contention. He got through on the rail on the stretch, and then he was much the best at the end. He has the kind of tactical speed, I think, to where I don't think he's going to be that compromised if Storming Inti just goes right to the front here. I think he's quick enough to get a position up close to the pace. And I think in a lot of ways he's the horse to beat. I thought, all things considered, he might go off the favorite in this race, and if he does, I'm going to use him in every multi-race bet that I make because I think he's the horse to beat. But I just wanted to take maybe a small shot against those 2 horses, those 3 horses, because I think Patton can win as well. And that's with the number 4, Plouvin, who goes for Chad Brown. He came over from France to make a stateside debut at the end of December in that Dania Beach that Mr. Speaker won. And I thought he ran very, very well, deceptively well perhaps, because like a lot of those European imports, he got away slowly from the gate. He was last all the way around to the top of the stretch, and then Alan Garcia kept him towards the inside through the second turn. And he just spent an awful lot of time through the stretch trying to angle to the outside, and it took him too long to get out into the clear. I thought once he did, he finished very well. I think he'll run a lot better with that race under his belt, and I'm hoping Joe Bravo can work out something a little bit better for this horse than the trip that he got last time. His races over in France last year's at 2-year-old were pretty good races. He ran against some good horses, and he looked good winning his last 2 starts over there. I'm going to give this horse a chance to rebound and maybe upset this field, but there are a lot of different ways to go in this race. I would be remiss to not mention the horse on the outside, Cabo Cat, who's got post 12. This horse is talented. He's run well in all of his starts as well. I just wish he had a little bit of a better post in here, but there are plenty of ways to go. We're going to try and beat Storm and Inti in this race. We're going to use the other favorite in here, Mr. Speaker. I'm going to try and beat those horses with the number 4 in here, though, Pluven for Chad Brown. If you want to bet this horse from home, why not try DRF Bets? $125 sign-up bonus if you sign up right now. Good luck.